Hey guys, Insipidus here. A giant patch just dropped for Remnant 2, and I've got a lot of information to share with you, as well as some of my own thoughts. On top of that, I'll also mention a few bugs that have surfaced after this patch, affecting the likes of Summoner and Ritualist. Let's dive right in. For performance and crashes, fixed an issue where some players were not able to load up their saves after equipping some items from the Awakened King DLC. That's obviously a huge fix. Bitter Memento was literally bricking people's games. Fixed various crashes related to the Awakened King DLC. Fixed an issue where the Ritualist Vial was destroying nearby breakables, impacting performance and possibly crashing the game. And fixed an issue where rapidly swapping loadouts could potentially cause the game to crash. For quality of life, enemies. Increase the spawn chance of knights who drop crimson coins in the Red Prince dungeon. Thank you very much, I literally never saw one anytime I went there. Updated the Trapper fix so it's no longer applied to mini-bosses. This is huge. The Sunken Witch on Apocalypse can apparently get it anyway? What can you say other than she's a sadistic witch? And of course, did an overall balance pass on Trapper affix, so hopefully it won't just nuke your character if you make one little mistake. And hopefully it's a little more balanced in multiplayer. For UI, added summon damage and wind-up time to advanced stats. That's cool. For bug fixes, fix an issue where defeating the One True King was not counting towards world boss kill count for weapon reward unlocks. Fix an issue where the Awakened King achievements would not fire off correctly for some players. Players who previously completed the prerequisites required for gaining these achievements need to touch the World Stone in their world to retroactively receive them. That was a mouthful. For archetypes, Challenger. Fix an issue where Close Quarters perk was testing against where mod was equipped as opposed to current player's location. That's interesting. For Ritualist. Fixed an issue where Eruption visual effects were unaffected by Amplitude trait. Fixed an issue where Death Wish was taking armor value into account. Arcan. Fix an issue where Arcan Lightning could hit friendlies under certain conditions. I thought it could just do that in general, so the fact that that was a bug is amazing. Fix an issue where Havoc form was not being affected by movement speed modifiers. And fix an issue where Havoc form was not aiming correctly for clients. Gunslinger. Fix an issue where Quick Draw was not consuming the ability's charge. For Summoner. Fix an issue where Root Flyers would occasionally kill themselves during the fight with Shahala. And fix an issue where the Summoner's archetype would go into cooldown despite having charges remaining. Now, for gear and items, a lot of gear was touched here. Fix an issue where Monarch's damage was scaling incorrectly. Video on that soon. Fix an issue where players could acquire the Ritualist Ingram more than once. I'd like to think of this as a nod to my unique video, but fix an issue where Ring of Spears mod could be used while in Havoc form, and fix an issue where Monarch did not require mod power for activation of mods. So they definitely liked the build, but there it goes. Fix an issue where a weight of 75 would switch between being considered heavy or medium when equipping and unequipping items. Fix an issue where Energy Wall prevented users from hitting weak spots when using Plasma Cutter or Deceit. Fix an issue where Rusted Bulwark buffs were lost when interacting with a checkpoint while wearing Restriction Cord. Fix an issue where Anguish mod damage didn't increase with weapon level up. Fix an issue where the Eulogy mod dealt no damage to Mother Mind when activated. Fix an issue where Dervish Mutator buff wasn't refreshing when a skill was used before it expired. Fix an issue where Burden of Warlock was not draining the correct amount of health. Fix an issue where players were unable to activate Fortune Hunter while Monarch was equipped. Fix an issue where Hyperconductor allowed players to activate skill then remove it with no penalty. Fix an issue where Meridian was dealing damage based on the distance of the player when the explosion happened and not when it was fired. Fix an issue where Misfortune's level 10 slow effect failed to be applied when equipped on the Ritualist Scythe. Fix an issue where the Plasma Cutter inflicted damage on the Very Good Boy when shooting over him, which is not very good. Fix an issue where Abyssal Hook was not working correctly with some mutators. Thank you. Fix an issue where concoctions applied while using Brewmaster's Cork did not persist through death. So now that that's fixed, that's definitely one of the best amulets in the game. Fix an issue where Generating Band was not regenerating based on the correct amount of health. Fix an issue where Elixir of Life did not benefit from triage or healing effectiveness. Fix an issue where Harmonizer's level 10 benefit was not working. Fix an issue where Feedback Base and level 10 benefits were not working. Fix an issue where Shield Breaker was not being generated correctly in some circumstances. See, a lot of these mutator fixes are going to be huge. Fix an issue where Blessed Ring didn't work with Tranquil Heart. Fix an issue where a floating mutator was spawned when equipping the Tainted Blade mutator. Fix an issue where the level 9 Untouchable trait should have been at 27%, not 26%. Fix an issue where Overflow mod would refresh its own overload application. Fix an issue where Tomb Dweller's Ring handled Grey Health conversion incorrectly. Not sure how that happened, but okay. Fix an issue where Planewalker's screen effect blinked if activated while running. Fix an issue where Fire debuff could potentially linger on players with 0 seconds remaining. Fix an issue where Feedback Mutator level 10 ability was not getting triggered by Merciless. Fix an issue where Stonebreaker's Fault Line stamina cost was inconsistent. Fix an issue where Hexahedron was missing a texture while inspecting for some players. Fix an issue where Wrathbringer was missing effects trails. Fix an issue where when you purged corrosive on yourself, it applied overload instead of corrosive to nearby enemies. Fix an issue where Edgelord Mutator failed to increase melee charge speed for throwable weapons. Fix an issue where Blood Draw mod was doing more damage than it was intended. Fix an issue where Dried Clay Ring was showing up too large in the world prior to picking it up. Fix an issue where the Blood Jewel was not being correctly affected by Affliction trait. Fix an issue where the incorrect result was occurring after receiving the Death-Soaked Idol. Fix an issue where Miasma displayed the incorrect range and duration. Fix an issue where Big Bang mod did not increase Spirit Healer and Mutator healing while using more charges. Fix an issue where Top Heavy Mutator failed to increase Enigma's range damage. Fix an issue where the Chaos Driver mod did not do increased weak spot damage. I guess my weak spot Chaos Driver mod build is going to be stronger, so that's cool. Fix an issue where Smolder Sprinting Attack did not deal fire damage. Fix an issue where Sequence Shot was not reducing charge time for subsequent shots. I remember making an Alpha Omega build and I was unable to use that, so that's great. Fix an issue where Sparkfire Shotgun was not playing visual or sound effects properly. Fix an issue where Save Your Shatter Shards damage was not affected by Kinship trait. Fix an issue where Ritualist Scythe was not consuming stamina on charge attacks. Fix an issue where Quick Draw would not exit Shroud. Fix an issue where Creeping Mist could be self-applied if revived after using it. Fix an issue where Ghost Shell Mutator did not work with Monarch. Fix an issue where Affliction increases the shock damage of Krell's Edge. And fix an issue where Impact Cannon shots were missing the VFX. Onto the enemies. Fix an issue where Bruin bladed the King's Spears would insta-kill companions. Fix an issue where companions would attack Fae in stone form. Fix an issue where the Red Prince's voice was very low when asking him certain questions. Fix an issue where the Primogenitor mini-boss would remove concoction buffs on occasion. Okay. Fix an issue where explosions caused by Gwendol the Unburnt's bombs were not visible for clients. Fix an issue where the Sunken Witch could get stuck on the overhead walkways. Fix an issue where the One True King was only getting one affix on Apocalypse difficulty. I was always wondering why that was the case. Fix an issue where Knights were dealing more than the intended amount of damage against the One True King, which is ironic as hell. Fix an issue where the Labyrinth Sphere didn't play its death animation when dying to burn damage. Fix an issue where the Mangled Atoner's health would potentially disappear mid-fight. Fix an issue where Aberrations with the Cloner affix could possibly spawn a clone after they died. And fix an issue where Dran's Immolators Interactive was incorrectly killing players on Apocalypse difficulty. The final part of the patch notes involves a lot of grammatical corrections and visual fixes, but notably, Misty Step Neutral Dodge will no longer proc Trapper. To kind of sign this off, damage over time with Ritualist still seems to be in a bit of a rough spot. Sounds like Burning and Corrosion have been fixed, while Bleeding and Overload aren't quite there. Either way, they're still working on it. Summoner is currently experiencing an awful bug, where you cannot resummon your minions once they die. Gunfire Games has been made aware of this, but for now, probably best to stay away from Summoner. All in all, this is yet another amazing patch, and I can't wait to hop back into Remnant and finally make a proper build for Monarch and Anguish. Just want to thank all my new and old subscribers for sticking around the channel, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.